Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope I find everyone well. Thank you for returning and hello. If you're new, this is a seen and unseen reading for the collective. We're continuing on with this series. Uh, like I was saying in the other videos, there's a motif going on, well, a trend, whatever, going through the collective right now of people just setting things up for the future because I heard some are going to make a break for it, some are going to make a run for it, some are just preparing for something to end, some are preparing for it to be a long journey. A lot of you are setting things financially in order to try to rekindle a love from the past, knowing that there's love in the future, something coming back around that had to be abandoned before that probably wouldn't have worked out at the time, but will work out now that there's more preparations going on. So in this reading, I laid out the animal wisdom deck like I always do, and we've got three cat energies here. Okay, I'm not sure what significance that plays besides when I contemplated this, they told me Durga, and Durga is a Hindu goddess of protection, and she rides depending on the area of her worship, she can ride either a tiger or a leopard, a panther, one of the big cats, whichever one may be most populous in that area, right? So Durga is an extremely powerful protective goddess. I do have a personal relationship with Durga, though kind of standoffishly. I was at a point some years ago where I was looking for a deity who would claim, quote unquote, claim me as a witch, right? And I went into a meditation, and in the meditation, I heard a soul rumbling growl. Okay, but it sounded like a tiger or something like that, like a big cat growl. And I didn't know at the time any deities that rode or were associated with a tiger, so I really had to research that. And then I stumbled upon Durga, and it was the tiger roaring like that. And I was in this meditative state of, like, sometimes where you're in between sleep and awake, that's when you can astral project. And sometimes, if we're not careful, we can wander into areas in the astral plane that will harm us. And that's what I was doing at the time. And um, right when I was about to leave my body, I heard the growling, right? And when I came back, I was terrified because it was such a powerful rumble. And then when I researched, deities that are associated with cats, um, as soon as I found the Durga, I instantly connected with that because that's exactly the energy that I felt in the in-between state. It was a protective, don't go any further than where you're supposed to be. It was almost like I was coming up out of my body, and I was getting ready to leave the bed area. I was actually napping on the couch, so I was getting ready to leave the couch area, and I heard the growl. It was basically telling me, stay your butt in bed. Don't go wandering. So there's a feeling for some in the collective, some, um, of there is a protective energy around you. Like, you might be fearful that you're going to wander into an area of life, especially like into the unknown, into the future, where you're not going to be protected. But with all this cat energy around you, we've got the cat, like the little cat, which is the High Priestess card, and underneath her in the hidden in the unseen position in the past, you've got the Queen of Wands and the Leopard. And these cards, if you've been watching the series lately, have been coming out. In fact, we just had the Queen of Wands yesterday. Um, and then in the future, in the unseen, you've got the Jaguar. Uh, in the Eight of Branches, which is the Eight of Wands card. So there's protection in the day and in the night. I feel like Leopard energy, the Queen of Wands, is in the day, and then Jaguar is in the night. If you can see him like that, Jaguar is even underneath the moon here. So, and she's in the hidden position in the future. So I really like that. So we're gonna go one by one here. In the past, in the scene, we've got the High Priestess. So again, a couple readings ago, she came out the same position, cat here in the past and the unseen. So we may be coming back around to that part of the collective where the High Priestess energy was in the past. So in the seen position, this shows that what the energy that was visible, either what you were showing other people or what you were able to see in the situation, in the seen position, was you were just really in observation mode. That's what you were showing people. Or in the situation at the time, that's all you were able to do, was to be in observation mode. And the High Priestess to me says, it's paying attention to the inner visions and shadows. So you were like, not only were you just in observation mode, but you were trying to figure out how you felt about it, and you could um, how you could count on your intuition to play into what you were observing, right? If that makes sense. It's like you were seeing people acting a certain way on the surface, but you knew damn well there was motive underneath that, but you weren't saying anything about it. You were just an observation. I heard they're not gonna get one over on me, okay? I see this. It was like, okay, for anybody who used to watch Game of Thrones, remember what Littlefinger told Sansa towards the end? Whenever I meet someone, I try to think of what their motives would be. Every single possible iteration of their motives. And that's kind of the energy that I feel some in the collective were in this past, and that's what they were showing. I try to imagine every possible every possible twist and turn of the situation, and every possible agenda or motive that person might have for their behavior. Okay. It's also I'm also hearing that some in this it wasn't about a person or their motives. It was about changing situations in your surroundings, in your environment. It could have been work, it could have been family, it could have been quarrels and gossip. It could have been anything that you kind of had to like sit back. Do you ever see a cat just sit there and stare? And you can tell that not only are they listening to you, but they can sense other things in the vibration around you. That's what you've been doing, or that's what people have been seeing you do. Okay? But in the hidden, you're in somebody's in Queen of Wands energy, the leopard energy. She's the nurturer of branches. This energy is dignified and composed. And both of them are. I mean, the cat sits there, look at her, and on her little stoop, and she's poised and dignified. And then you've got the Queen of Wands and the leopard energy, poised and dignified. It's like small energy, big energy, small energy for others, big energy for you. It's also patience and passion and alertness. It's purposeful, powerful, and poised. The key to the Queen of Wands is a high vantage point grants clear sight. So yeah, there was something like you're just, I don't trust it. So you couldn't really make any moves. You didn't want to make any moves. You're just trying to get a lay of the land. Like, I'm waiting for that person to make their move because I feel like there's something hidden in their agenda, or I don't have the I or okay, it's not that I don't have the information. It's that I want to see what their move is first. Because I'm prepared either way. The key to the High Priestess card was walk quietly and see the hidden. So yeah, there's like, I don't want to say there's underhanded energy, but there's just a pause and being in observation mode. But in the underneath, I feel the energy of this Queen of Wands. Now remember, Queen of Wands is fire energy. So there is definitely, you're not at rest here. You are definitely on high alert. You're anticipating any change in the situation, any change in the wind, I heard. Okay. So in the present, that was in the past. In the present, you have Temperance in the seen and Jaguar in the unseen. So Temperance is the angel of alchemy. It is the swan. One thing I need to say about the swan is swans mate for life, and if their partner dies, they don't mate again. And this swan in this card is alone. But there is a feeling of he's landing in the water because he sees his mate. It's not that she's missing, it's that he's returning or they're reunited or something like that. There is a feeling of um there is a feeling of alchemizing something with your soulmate or soul partner. Um This is angelic assistance. It's processing and trial and error. It's also healing and medicine. Spirit is involved in remixing your manifestation. And the key for the swan is inspiration may change the process. So that might be what you're feeling. That's why you were quiet in the beginning, because you knew that there was going to be some change ups and you needed to be prepared for that. So with this, and Temperance is the angel of alchemy. I don't remember if it's Raphael or Uriel who's the healer. It's not Gabriel. Gabriel blows the trumpet. He's the announcer. I forget who's the healer angel, but he's pouring goblets of divine water back and forth, and that is Sagittarius energy. So to me, Sagittarius is the also the doctor, the healer. He's represented by the centaur Chiron, and Chiron was not a brute. He was educated. He was in centaur in form, but not by genetics. Okay. So there were a group of centaurs, but they were horny frat boys that just plowed through the forest, fucking and drinking and fighting, right? But Chiron was born of Zeus and a nymph, so he wasn't of the centaurs proper. He was just in that same form, but he was raised by Athena, or I mean Artemis and Apollo. So he was learned in hunting and music, philosophy, and medicine. So whenever I see temperance, I feel like there is a call to attend to your health. We also have the Eight of Wands here, and for me, Wands is physical health, the physical body, the vitality and the essence and strength and all that stuff. So we've got in the seen and unseen, we've got energy concerning health and medicine. Okay. Um, it's like an energy of, yeah, I know I have to get this looked at. I know I have to get this taken care of. I feel like, yes, because the swan is important here. Tend to your health because your swan, your other half, is depending on you returning healthy. Okay? In the unseen, you have Jaguar, which is the eight of branches, meaning the Eight of Wands. And traditionally the Eight of Wands is just a general victory card, okay? But I really like the way the Eight of Branches in this deck is described, whereas the Eight of Wands is, oh, it's not victory, it's fast communication. That's it. It was like, what do they often say? It's Cupid's arrows, the arrows of love. It's more than that, though, to me. It's action, it's change, it's communication about the change. It's, even though the swords are information, I feel like the the wands are action, you know. But in this card, it's Jaguar is poised up on this perch, but she's not actively moving. Again, in observation mode. This is an at rest lioness, okay? Um, and she's observing. She's actually looking behind her at where she just came from, and she's very on high alert. So the description for this card is pause before movement, okay? Pause and perceive. Look, listen, feel, and consider. Open your senses and extend your awareness, okay? It says observe all energies and move at the right moment. The key phrase for this card is set your sights and your feet. Foresight precedes the action. So again, this is like crouched in wait, you know, but it's not, I feel at this time now it's starting to get antsy. It's like, I really need some kind of movement here. And now we have it with the Eight of Branches. But that's in the hidden, so we don't see that coming yet. We're still in preparation mode. We're still in observation. We're still trying to sense it coming. And the anticipation is fucking killing us. I get it. I can feel it too. It's like you're ready. There's a lot of wands energy here, a lot of fire. Check your health. We've got the Knight of Wands in the future. A lot of cat energy here. Cats are so secretive and protective, and but then again, they're also very loving and playful, you know, when they're not on high alert. So here in the future, we have the Knight of Wands, camel energy again. He's also come out like 3 or 4 times in the last week or so. That's in the scene. So Knight of Wands, camel energy, the seeker of branches. There is movement here finally. Okay, you have the Eight of Branches in the present, in this unseen. I'm sorry, I stutter. I'm a terrible stutterer. You have the Eight of Branches here in the unseen in the present, okay? But in the future, now you're on the move, or somebody's on the move, okay? If this isn't you, this is someone coming towards you. Put yourself where you resonate, okay? So far we have High Priestess, I think that's Pisces energy. Temperance is Sagittarius. Queen of Wands is Sagittarius. Eight of Branches, Eight of Wands, I give to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Sagittarius also. And then the Knight of Wands, again, middle child, that would be Leo. But again, any of the fire signs. Lots of fire energy, a lot of Sagittarius. We also have Pisces so far. This could be something that comes to fruition in early December, late November. That's Sagittarius season. Let's see, future to me is like 3 to 6 months out. So that's like the end of summer and early fall. So, in the future, we've got Camel. Camel has been moseying through the readings for the last maybe 2 weeks. It's energetic and resolute. They're valiant. It's strong and intrepid, persistent and patient, tenacious, tough, determined, and forward-looking. The key to the Knight of Wands camel energy is steady your feet on shifting ground. That's the thing. All this heat. I heard like hot feet, hot feet. All this heat. And what was I saying the other day? Camel, they're in the desert. It's very inhospitable to whoever is not accustomed to being in it, okay? That's that fire of life. That's that vitality. That's that confidence and energy, and there's fearlessness, and there's vitality. I keep saying vitality, but I mean, it's growth and everything healthy and positive. But it's a harsh condition, and they're there for who knows how long to make this journey through the desert. But the good thing about Camel is, even though the conditions are hard right now, Camel is um he's made for this condition. Like this is not hard. Well, it's harsh, but they're accustomed to it. And it's not just that you're accustomed to it, is that you're absolutely made for it. So even though this is going to be hard, it's going to be desolate for a while. There's going to be the unknown. Um, your feet are made for this path, I heard. Okay, and this is a call to remind you to steady your feet, because in the future where you are treading, the path may be shifting ground. Okay, that's a reminder that even though we have the ability to look forward and perhaps get a lay of the future with the tarot, everything is changing moment to moment, okay? Because circumstances have to, like, move out of, there are things out of our control. First of all, the divine moves the spheres and moves time and moves the gears and moves all the pieces into place, okay? That we cannot control. But what we think we're setting up for a week from now, once we get there, the situation might be different in certain areas, right? Like certain pieces that you had counted on or that you had thought were going to be in place might be different pieces in that place. That's things that we can't control. Um, that's on the larger scale. On the smaller scale, if there are people that need to be moved into a certain position before you get there, they still have free will. So it's their choice to be moved, or it's their choice to take a different direction. It's their, everybody, every piece of the machinery that needs to fall into place, it's either out of our control or it's someone else's free will. So we have to make sure that whatever path we're on, our feet remain steady. And even if if there's a shift that we don't anticipate, our sure-footedness will make sure that we don't fall into the sand, okay? Now in the future, in this unseen position, you have crab energy, which is the Four of Shells. Now this is the Four of Cups energy. Four of Cups is having, you're involved in something, but something better has come along, okay? Um, Traditionally in the Rider-Waite, it's a person sitting under a tree with three cups, and the divine is offering another one. That is traditionally interpreted as apathy. Apathy, like not being. It's boredom. It's boredom with the situation, but I mean, look at what you had to go through to get there. You had the Ace of Cups, which was, a divine offer of love. You had the Two of Cups, which was, two people coming together in a relationship. Then you had the Three of Cups, where maybe that relationship turned more into a friendship than a, passionate romantic partnership. And now you got the Four of Cups, where there's nothing really wrong with the situation. There's nothing wrong with the relationship. There's love there, there's companionship there, there's loyalty and truth. There's nothing really bad, but it's just like you're settled now. Like the honeymoon phase is off. And now there may be a little bit of shifting in your seat, like am I ready to stick with this, or do I want to expand my horizons and maybe think of something else. So four of crabs, with it's the beauty of crabs is that when they get too big for their shell, they will all come together, and one crab will move out of their shell and look for one that's a better fit for them. And then another crab will move out of their shell and claim that other shell. So it's like this beautiful little line of shells moving, or little crabs moving into a shell that's one size bigger for them. It's like everyone gets taken care of. Okay? This card says there's outgrowth, yeah, apathy, stagnance. It's your heart needs expression. It's enticing possibilities. Okay. Constant and wait, what does it say? Consistent constraint. I'm sorry. It's my own dumb handwriting. I can't even read it. It's constraint and embrace the new. So the key here is new choices broaden your experience. Okay, so that actually, when I was doing these cards, that actually helped me um, expand my interpretation of the Four of Cups. Whereas before it was like, um, you're being offered a cup from the divine and you don't know if you're going to take it or not. That's still true, but in this case it's because you may have outgrown something that you were comfort well, I'm sorry. At this point in the future, in the unseen, you are coming to terms with the idea that you've outgrown something and now you need to expand. Okay, this isn't necessarily leaving anybody behind. This isn't necessarily leaving a relationship like, fuck this, I'm out. This is more of like, I'm comfortable here. I love you. I love what we have. I just want to expand my experiences a little bit. I want some room to wiggle. I want some room to stretch out. I would like to learn something new. I'd like to experience something new. And it's not necessarily like somebody saying, I want to cheat. That's not necessarily it. I want to open up the relationship. That's not, I mean, perhaps for some in the collective, I'm not going to discount it. Everybody's got different goals and stuff. But this is more of like, let me expand because then I will have more room and you will have more room and everybody will be taken care of a little bit better? And there's no animosity here in this card. Like in the Four of Cups in the Rider-Waite, it's like somebody. It feels like somebody might be. I don't know. It just feels kind of selfish sometimes, that card. But this isn't. This is the absolute feeling of, I'm getting too big for the small shell that I am living in, and I want to move and find another shell. The thing is they don't want to change their environment. They don't want to change the people around them. They don't want to change anything about the situation. It's not that you're trying to dump anybody or anything. It's just you want a little bit more room to grow. And that's beautiful and healthy, and everybody around your energy will then be able to shift into roles that they then can grow into also. Okay, so we're going to go ahead to the Easy Tarot and expand on some of this. So what do we have so far? In the past, we had somebody in observation mode because they felt a change a coming, right? In the present, we have now we have movement. We've got the Swan in Temperance energy. This has, every time Swan comes out, it does give an air of there's love involved in this, okay? There's like soulmate energy involved in this. Now, traditionally in the Temperance card, that's not there. But the reason I put it here with this deck is because in the Animal Wisdom deck, this is a swan. So swans are angelic representations of soulmates. Okay, so there could be some soulmate coming on in the present, landing out of the blue coming back, returning. That's why I get that energy with them, with the swan card. Also, you can't really see it because it's kind of faint, but in this card, this swan is he has a red string around his neck, and traditionally the red thread, the red string represents the twin flame energy, not just a soulmate. If you have a twin, if your soul is a twin, if you have a twin, there is a connection between the two hearts, and they are the traditional like symbol of that connection is a red string, and it can't be broken. Okay, there's a red string that links the twins, and then there's the silver cord that links the body to the solar plexus, right? So this is a return to the red string, right? But then again, like I said, it's also healing and medicine and stuff. So I feel like in the present, in the scene, there's also a feeling of mixing the ingredients. Okay, um, the mixing of the ingredients is like there's going to be an adjustment in the situation, an adjustment in the ingredients. Yeah. So like, say there's a situation where there's school, there's work, there's health, and then there's like a pet, right? So I feel like in this case, something's gonna be remixed with the health area. I don't know if that came out right. They're showing me like somebody's life is a puzzle, and they're showing me interchanging the pieces, like taking one piece out and putting a different piece in, and then moving things around. But in this case, it's like with the waters, it's alchemy like that. I hope that made sense. So let's go back to the past, and please clarify the high priestess. What is the cat watching? What is the observation mode here in the past? Please clarify what was being observed. That's too many. Please clarify what was being observed. And that was in the scene, so that's energy that, was out in the open. Ugh, they're sticky. It's kind of humid today. A lot of times when there's humidity, the cards will get kind of sticky. And I don't want to powder them again because... Okay, thank you. See? Two of Wands has been coming out lately too. There was an opportunity to change roads, to change paths. Okay. Somebody was planning on a path change. This could be travel. Wands are active. There's, see these birds in the corner? These are geese, and geese come back around every year to the same nesting ground. So this feels like, to me, the Two of Wands in this particular deck is the opportunity of coming back around to a choice that you didn't take the last time. And that may be what the cat is observing. Like, I feel like... Now, it's funny because a couple readings ago, the Two of Wands was down here in the unseen. Now it's up here with the cat in the scene. So I feel like these motives have now been revealed to other people. Like, now that you've made the decision, now that you've set the path, it's like you're ready to tell people, I'm switching paths now. Okay? To something that I didn't get to choose last time. Excuse me. Okay. Now in the unseen, we've got Queen of Wands. This is somebody that's really standing in their power. She's cheerful and truthful and loyal and protective. She might be a little bossy, but there's energy here. It's like, I heard self-contained. please clarify the Queen of Wands in the past. Thank you. Two of Swords. So yeah, there was some kind of decision. We've got Two of Swords and Two of Wands. Two of Wands in the seen and Two of Swords in the unseen. So in the seen, in the visible energy, you came to the crossroads, okay? In the invisible energy, you were very indecisive about it, okay? Um, there still felt like there was information you didn't have. The thing is that you do have all the information that you need. You've got both swords, okay? You've got the pros and the cons. You've got the good and the bad. You've got the should I or shouldn't I. You've got all that information. Now you just have to choose one, okay? The key with the Two of Swords is that neither is reality until you pick it, okay? And this is Libra energy. We're very indecisive. Sometimes we can stagnate and just get stuck and we can freeze, deer in headlights. That's why the card has the blindfold on, because you're going inward and you're really trying to decide for yourself which is true. What truth do you want to grab? Okay? That's on the in the unseen. So you're here at the crossroads, but you don't know which road to choose. Neither are going to be your reality until you pick. Okay? Always a choice with the twos. In the present here, can you please clarify the Swan and Temperance and the Sea? Thank you. Oh, the World. Okay, the World has been popping out also. It's interesting that the same energies keep coming through. And then it'll shift, and those energies will come around for a few weeks. It's really cool to watch how the cards change and shift. So now in the present, I really feel like some in the collective did not actually take that other path. Um, but then again, here we have in the future, we've got the Knight of Camels, or the Knight, the Camel, the Knight of Wands, which is movement. There was still some kind of a holdup. But the world energy is good because now we've got two major arcanas on top of each other. Again, when major arcana energy is in play, it's energy that we can't control. That's the divine moving in the process right now. In the world card, there's been an ending. Usually they have the four fixed signs on the world card, which means there is stability there. Okay, the four fixed signs are the four quarters of heaven. They anchored the throne, and the throne is the heavens, okay? The throne is actually the wheel of the zodiac that turns in the sky. But it's anchored in stability in place by the four fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. When they are fixed and stable, victory is dealt. Okay, that's the goddess Nike on the world card, the goddess of victory. So there's something here in the present, in the scene, where reward is coming finally for a cycle that is ending. In the unseen, let's see what's coming, because we do have the Eight of Wands here, which is movement. Aha. Ooh, it's a King of Wands. Well, hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to the party. It can be any of the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could even be somebody who's not that sun sign but has that in their chart somewhere. Like I have Sagittarius North Node, so I resonate with the Queen of Wands often. The King of Wands, let's see. He is strong and confident, friendly and creative, enthusiastic lover, and a proud father. He's leadership energy. He may be rash and impulsive and a risk taker. He's freedom loving. That's that Sagittarius energy. Can't hold him down. Freedom loving, unsupervised worker, easily bored. Where did we see the easily bored? It's that Four of Cups. He needs movement. He needs expansion. That's Sagittarius energy. What else does it say? Oh, whoa, yeah. Wandering eye, heart, and hands. Somebody's coming in hot. That's in the hidden energies too. You've got an Eight of Wands coming in with a King of Wands. So this is hot. And then up here you've got the movement of the Knight of Wands. This is a lot of hot energy. And again, the underlying tone here is that this person needs expansion. That's one of the keys for Sagittarius energy. They are the rolling stones of the zodiac. Papa's got to keep it moving, you know. They're not um, they're not a fixed sign. They are the wanderer. And the reason that is because they are ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter, one of his counterparts in other mythology is Odin, the Wanderer. He's a teacher and he likes to learn, but he likes to learn from other people in different places, different kinds of topics. He's very enthusiastic about new experiences. Okay. I'd be remiss if I didn't say he's a little bit of a freak. He likes to experiment in other areas also. That's in the hidden. Don't let him spring that shit on you. Okay. Eight of Wands, King of Wands. I bet. Oh, I also heard this could be a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. It's from this King of Wands. He wants you. Uh, also, above here in the scene, we've got the world. So I feel like some in the collective may have thought that this cycle with this king had ended already with the world card here. He's down in the unseen. I heard he's slumming it right now, but he's coming. And here he is in the future as the Knight of Wands, the camel. Sure feet on shifting sands. It's hot. It's desolate. It's been a long journey, but he was well equipped to make it, and now he's on his way. Please clarify the Knight of Wands, the camel, in the future in the scene position. I heard he's not going to be quiet about his arrival either. There's nothing here that's quiet except the feminine energy of the three cats. They're in observation mode, like I said. It's like the if this is feminine and masculine separate, the feminine is just watching like, you're coming, you said you're coming? Uh-huh. Okay, I won't hold my breath. But they're still in preparation mode. They're still like, I'm not even making this decision to move on this other path because I don't even see you coming yet. That's the kind of what it feels like. And even if she doesn't, even if they're not in communication, they are on the 5D. That's what I'm saying with the swan, this angel of the twin flame connection because of that red string. It's like they know. They're communicating. They're communicating in the 5D. Let's see. What are they saying? I might have to get some love quotes cards because I can feel her losing her patience. Okay, thank you. This is for Camel. Queen of Wands. There we go. Queen of Wands twice. I mean, she's like, you know what? Shit or get off the pot, King of Wands. If you're coming, then come. But the Queen, now with the Queen of Wands on Camel energy, she's like, because if you're not moving, I'm moving. Okay, catch me if you can, because I'm out. I've got things to do. I've got life to live. I've got shells to rearrange. I'm growing and I need more room. So if you want to come in, then come in. But don't just watch me from distance, okay? Please clarify the Four of Shells here. Crab in the future and the unseen. I feel like the king is looking towards the past. That's why he hasn't moved yet. So in lieu of him moving, well, let's see. Oh, that was weird. It's like that card changed its mind. It flipped over and then it flipped back. Oh, that's why. I feel like this King of Wands feels like his doorway has been closed. That cycle closed. Yeah, Magician. Okay, somebody's manifesting this new Yeah. It's like somebody's saying I'm not happy, so I'm manifesting expansion, a change of residence, a change of clothing. Why are you telling me a change of clothing? Like, cause the crab, its house is also its armor, its clothing. So it's like this magician is trying to manifest a change of attire, a change of location, but not really location. Hmm. I heard I don't fit here anymore. I don't fit this role anymore. It's like they came this far, and then all this fire energy just to come to this little tide pool of emotion where they had to change who they were. They had to change what they looked like. They had to change what housed them. Something to that effect. Hmm. I'm going to think about this for a minute. Okay, now I can clarify. I paused at 4626 for anyone looking for number syncs. Okay, so the straightforward thing that I'm getting here is that somebody is or was in the past. Remember, it depends on where you are on your timeline. So this could be part of the collective that in the past they were in observation mode, like I was saying, waiting for the right moment to move, to pounce, to jump down and take action, right? But at the moment they were just getting the lay of the land, getting information, gathering, information, and not saying anything about it. Okay? Then there was so the crossroads came in, the opportunity came in, and they were a little bit um they took a pause in order to consider all the information, right? Um, then then I feel like the decision was made, and they decided to put an end to a situation. That's here in the present with the world card. Done, done. It's over. Okay, and that was on temperance. Oh, I heard I'm done. Ooh, I'm done rearranging things. I'm done mixing things. I'm done waiting. I'm done healing. I heard I'm done healing too. And then Jaguar here, it's like there was movement in the night. Not necessarily, I mean, resonate the way it resonates. There could have been a movement literally moving out in the night, or just the idea of movement undercover, right? Like, I'm still not telling many people about it. But that's here in the unseen, right? Also, what they were telling me was there was somebody waiting for the time, for the right moment, and then they were waiting for correspondence from a King of Wands, okay? They were waiting for the information from a fire sign. And then, bam, movement. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, let's go. And then once they got to the other side of this cycle, and once they got to the other side of this, there was room for expansion. It's like, just let me get there first, and then I can change my shell. Literally. Let me get there first, and then the four of shells here, let me pick a different shell. It's pick a different house, pick a different situation, and then on top of that was the magician. So in the future, in the unseen, there's going to be an opportunity after the movement, after you change to a new cycle, there's going to be an opportunity to manifest a new home, a new shell, a new outside, you know what I mean? Like something you're going to be able to expand something about yourself that once was like felt constraining. The constraint, and it didn't always feel constraining because at one point you were you didn't hadn't grown into it yet, so it was still felt roomy, right? But in the future, you just have to get through this cycle of going through the desert here, and you're very well equipped for it. There's King of Wands energy, Queen of Wands energy. That's a matched pair, one coming towards the other. Um, it's like one sent the go ahead, and then the queen got on the camel and started trudging. And then once they get back together, or once she leaves them, like I said, resonate the way you resonate. Different. The energies are there, but they will express themselves differently depending on who you are, right? So in some cases, somebody's waiting for some healing in order to end a situation with, a King of Wands, and they're just waiting for word that they can go. And then the Queen of Wands gets on her camel and books it through the desert, through the heat, through the desolation. Maybe she left a lot of shit behind. Maybe she only took what she could carry on the camel with her. But, desert desert caravans movement, it's not just a weekend trip. Sometimes it takes a long time to get through there. And then on the other side, there, she's like in crab energy. Spoof. I feel like she got to the other side and she was able to go in this beautiful tide pool and ocean and just heal in her emotions. That's Cancer energy. Healing in her emotions. Like getting to know her, getting to know herself again, getting to know, like, how do I say that, more than just her emotions. Oh. Anyways, it's the tide pools to me are like, they come alive when the moon brings the tide, okay? And when the tide is out, they're at rest. And then when the tide comes back in, all the little creatures come to life. And if this, like I said, if this was during the tide pools, the crabs shift in their, like I said, it shift in their shells, where one crab outgrows a shell. When he leaves that shell, another crab that is behind him in that development, where that shell will be absolutely perfect for this new little crab, that little crab moves into that shell. And it's like they go down the line. It's really beautiful to see. They go down the line and shift shells. So I feel like once she is through this desert period, there's going to be this beautiful relaxing in this water in order to heal, in order to, like I just saw, like, somebody, they just showed me like a mermaid that's resting in the tide pool. The tide has come in, the water is renewing her, and she's able to open up and let her tail totally unfurl, right? That's what I feel like this is. There's a beautiful time in the future that's not seen right now. Right now, right now you're just kind of preparing to go into the desert. But after that, look at this beautiful cooling waters with options for you to grow in, right? And on top of that, magician energy of manifestation. So this is really gorgeous. Um, I hope those messages reach you for your highest good, and I hope that they're useful and they made sense. You can see in the description, I have donation links. Also, my email is down there. You can contact me for, I think I'm going to open up to simple one question readings for $20, or a one question birth chart inquiry for $20. I'm not quite comfortable opening up to personal readings all the way yet. So I would like to start just by doing one question readings for 20. Okay? Also, please, to support the channel, like it, share it, comment, subscribe. Yeah, all the good things. So now we're going to go to the Ancestor and Angels deck and try to get some messages for the collective from entities in the 5D. I guess that's how we can describe it. Can we get ancestor messages for the collective, please, on this journey, that's coming up? Some of you might be in it. Like I said, with the timeline and everything, some of you might be in it, some of you might still be in your Two of Swords energy of trying to choose which path. Some of you might be in the healing energy with the World and Temperance. But there's definitely, there's definitely like a conscious considering of a past soulmate here. Because that Temperance card with the swan, that swan is alone. And it's coming in and trying to land. They're both looking at the same way. See, the swan and victory, they're both looking to the left, which is towards the past. And they're returning and ending a cycle. Okay, we've got spring. Okay, we're in spring right now, the latter part of spring. It says, see your seeds grow. That's rabbit energy. Let's see here. What else do we got? Two more, please, for the collective. Angels, ancestors, animals, nature. We've even got aliens in here with the starseed, the starseed guardians or whatever. Please give us two more for the collective. Thank you. Interesting. Okay. Water guardian again. Oh, I like that. She's here for the little crab. I heard protect your emotions. Oh, it says connect with your emotions. Okay. And we've got the lady. Okay. Oh, she's pretty. So we will read from the book for these. Okay, we've got the rabbit. Okay, what's rabbit energy in the springtime? That's, you know what rabbits do. That we've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You know what they're about to do. I don't have to explain it, but I will. Hang on, we got spring. Hey, where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, spring. See your seeds grow. It says enhance the change that is on the horizon. Oh, embrace. I'm sorry. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Okay, with the horizon, we've got, I see the world card. So there is change here on the horizon, okay? Allow your dreams to become reality. It says you're ready to bring to life all of the ideas, inspirations, and projects. All of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you're moving into a space that allows you to really grow. What is that with the Four of Cups here with the crab shell? You're moving into a space that allows you to grow. Expand and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. Okay? And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card arrives in the future position, oh, this one isn't past, present, or future. It's just laid out on top. Let's see. Of a spread, or as the last card in the reading, it can indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. See, that's so cool. I love when the cards just when they all mesh like that. So in the middle here, we've got this beautiful lady. I feel like this could be Nine of Pentacles energy. There she is in her garden, right, with a ripe apple tree, and she's well taken care of. She's beautiful and healthy. Yeah, she's established. She did that on her own. This is definitely Nine of Pentacles energy to me. It says enjoy growth and reap your rewards. What was the rewards card? Right here on the world card. That's the rewards at the end of the cycle. Okay. Let's see, where's the lady? Okay, that is one of the ancestors. So this could be somebody in their bloodline had a fine lady. Okay. It says reap what you have sown and enjoy the fruits of your labor. It says grow and expand in all areas of your life. This feels like an okay from the divine, like okay, now you're ready. The energies are good. Go ahead, you have our blessing, expand, change what you want, go for what you want, grow where however you want. We are watching, we are blessing you. Okay, it says this is fertility, growth, and abundance. Fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the lady arrives in your life. Ooh la la, that could be that Queen of Wands coming in hot, right? All the seeds you have planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In the material sense, this card can represent financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. If you're making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. The lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, and even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. Okay? Now we also have the water guardian. This is a guardian of emotions. And I love that she's here with the crab energy. Okay. It says connect with your emotions. It says take time to understand how you really feel. She's come out like 3 times in the past couple weeks. Know your sensitivity. Oh, know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they're joyous or sad. They're all powerful messages that allow you to understand what you need and want. Take time to breathe and acknowledge them. Well, taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive and psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. Okay? So, with that energy there, I feel like they're telling you in the collective, do not discount this need that's coming up in you to expand. This 4 of shells, this little hermit crab that needs to expand in, find a new home. They're telling you not to ignore that. that part, okay? Do not ignore that energy that is trying to manifest a new future for yourself, okay? Don't ignore that. Connect with it, acknowledge it. You've got the magician in the future on that energy, so you have coming up that you don't see. You have the opportunity and the power and the energy to make this change. And I feel like it's going to not be that difficult, okay? But they told me it won't be difficult if you don't fight it, all right? If you work with it. Camel energy is saying that whatever desert you are having to walk through at this point, you are well equipped to walk through it. Whereas any other energy, any other person, any other animal that had to go through what you're about to go through, they wouldn't make it. But you will, because you are equipped. You are made to do this. Like the camel is made for his environment. You are made to go through this, okay? And you will. You've got King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. You're ready. Okay? So we're going to go on to my theme deck and get some lighthearted messages for the collective. Okay? Okay. We've got when necessary, raise hell. I feel like that's on that Queen of Wands. She likes to fight. Remember, you are spirit. I'll read that in a minute. Yeah, I feel like that Queen of Wands likes to fight. Ooh, Crystal Ball hasn't come out in a while. Intuition and clear seeing. That's over here with the High Priestess, that cat energy in the scene. Okay. Female family member. That's the lady. See? But also red flags. I'm putting that on that King of Wands because I don't trust him. Female family member, mom, niece, daughter, sister, grandma, granddaughter, aunt. Like I said, somebody in their bloodline has a fine lady, or somebody that was Nine of Pentacles energy, somebody that was very much in charge and active in their own abundance. Female family member from the possibly has passed on, still watching over you. 888, that came out yesterday. Isn't that amazing? You are supported. Walk your path confidently. Abundance is ready. Put in the work. Okay? The wheel. Okay, wheel. Oh, no, it went back in. Nope, there it is. Okay. The wheel, what goes around comes around. It's the same energy as the world, but the wheel keeps spinning. So if you're on the wheel, it's like you've got to go around in the cycle again. Okay, the wheel keeps you on the cycle, turning and turning. But it also is, in the tarot, it also is represented by the four fixed signs. So it almost feels like the only thing that's fixed in this world is the turning of the wheel. Okay, what goes around comes around. And then you have the world here, which is the same energy as the wheel, only that's the end. The wheel has stopped spinning, and now you get out and you get to, collect your rewards. Give me a few more, please, for the collective here. These ones that are moving on, the little crab energies. I love that. But it's interesting because it's like you started out with three formidable feminine lion big cat energies, right? Very very what is it? Like very protective of yourself, and then you have this opportunity in the future to kind of shed all that and relax a little bit. You have the opportunity to be small again, or to be vulnerable again, because you're going to be in an energy where you can actually you can influence the way you are going to grow. Okay. Okay, we've got some tower energy. This is the storm warning. I don't get that any real tower energy here. It could be right before you go into the desert, though. It could also have something to do with temperance and healing. Like I said, go to the doctor. This is medical energy here. A lot of wands are here too, which is vitality and strength. So make sure that you are going to the doctor before you go through this new cycle, okay? Storm warning. The good thing about this card is that it says not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Okay, so this could be storm warning for others, like the divine is coming through and laying waste in front of you to clear your path. Okay, we've also got Mercury energy. I'm not sure what Mercury is right now. I've been really flaking on the astrology that's going on, but I do have to get back into it because I think we've got this really cool alignment coming up. I know we've got a supernova that's going to go off any day now, so I really have to go back and figure out what's going on. But Mercury energy is at play. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. It's messages, news, communication. That's okay. So that goes along with the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Branches, messaging, a messenger. Okay, and the King of Wands was on top of it. News, communication, commerce. That is another energy that's been going through this. There's been, even though we don't have any pentacles this time, last couple times the pentacles have been very abundant, which is somebody, part of the collective just trying to get their, finances in order. This reading feels like somebody needs to get their health and vitality in order before they make this jump. So commerce, thinking, friends, movement, and when Mercury is retrograde, it could be kind of cunning, trickster energy. But there's definitely mental processes on the uptake right now. We have, oh, look, Horsehead Mask came out again. That's like the third or fourth time it dropped. This is just a reminder that allowing yourself to be humorous and happy and not a workaholic, not bogged down, even if you're going through this medical part that was with temperance and all the wands here, even if you're going through the medical side of it, part of healing is allowing happiness to raise your vibration. So the Horsehead Mask, when it comes out, it reminds you to just not keep yourself bogged down in the hardship of what you're going through. Yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard whether you let it eat at you or whether you enjoy yourself or not. It's going to still be hard. So in order to raise your vibration and help your vitality, allow yourself to be happy along the way, okay? The last one I wanted to address is this: remember that you are spirit. It says connect, listen, know, ascend, and be still. Okay, so part of this healing energy before you jump into this new cycle. See the flower that this is, it's a lotus, and when you're in lotus energy, you are still and you reconnect with the energies around you. This is not necessarily grounding energy. This is expanding your spiritual antennas while your body remains still. You trust in where the path is taking you, and you definitely say that again. I know because I don't know. Hang on, say it again. Conserve energy, but don't be stingy with it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's what I have, collective, for our unseen or seen and unseen reading today. This is let's see, one last little summary. In the past, you were in observation mode. You had a chance to change paths, and you had to really do some soul searching about which path you wanted to follow. Then there was some healing that needed to be done. and waiting for some communication in order to make your move. Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, they're taking off running. And then at the end here in the future, what you don't see is that you will come to a very sweet, cool, like cooling, like you just got out of the desert, and then you're going to be in this beautiful, like, pool of healing emotional energy where you can grow into a new phase. Okay, that's what I have for you. Thanks for sticking with me until I talk to you again, probably tomorrow. Thank you, and goodbye.